Yes. What was it? Something feels off. Spectator area should be cut at all times. Present safety is paramount. Also covered in case. Ah, right.
Eureka!
Your true plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Huh? Oh, you're back. Yeah, we made some last minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Still working on the voice. But kinda what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. Before trying out the security detail. Poses one of us. Brooks figured it out first, not before the guy got within striking distance of his. While he then stepped in just then, we'd all have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a safely twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure, too. Yeah, I'll stick that. And where were you while this was happening? You were the first one overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Ah, I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Busted up. Busted up my neck so bad, I can't even look to my right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. I'm just as good as he ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What egg do you know? So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name? You admired his skills as a bodyguard? Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. His in particular stayed with me. Joined a very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection you were talking about. And that's why we changed up the security plan. I'd be sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. Rather than want anyone on stage he didn't trust, and he only trusted people. The security plan data updated in my organizer. How does that explain your change of position? Oh yeah, you switched up to the right hand side. I told you, can't turn my neck to the right. I could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. A curious figure or a curious animal with a curious expression is standing straight up at me. And look, there's a big leaf going by. Don't even think about it. I wasn't making anything. I imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet. Ah, I see. So he's standing on a trap door. I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. The president is on the other side of this door. Get the better of it. Doors aren't set to be deep. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why am I disturbing them? Precisely. You to open it, of course. Wait, what is the right hand side anyway? You can still row with one oar, you know. Right, shield next with canary in a cage. Partner. Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for detecting poisonous gases. Wait, this one isn't actually for that. Is it? It's a solid circular life preserver designed. Yeah. Alright, let's see. To be precise. Sorry, but you'll have to make that particular trip for that. Something tells me the sea isn't the main attraction for you, is it? I have high hopes for your investigation. Do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Can't believe I an assassin on the president's plane. You know very well it was for the good of your investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me an ad, I know what you really want. You do indeed, but you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone. You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. The bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. Like it was on purpose or something? Yeah. The cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to staunch it, but in error. The medics must have been blind to try to save him. Well, yes. That would explain why there isn't much blood. Sadly, it was too little too late. So the victim was also carrying a revolver. Well, not that you don't see... Well, not that you see many bodyguards with revolvers, but you know. Not that he probably drew it on instinct when he felt threatened. Check to see if he managed to find the rounds off. All now. No other signs of the weapons having been used. Is this one unknown who's same cartridge? Yep, sure was. Why is issued with the same model gun? It's a trapdoor connected to the lever on that curious figure. Someone to open it, everyone would fall through. Mr. Rook, Mr. Killer. Don't even think about it. I've been trying to think out ways to... Might I suggest you keep your monologues internal? Don't even think about it. The victim, Sebastian Rook, bodyguard to the President of Regime Park. Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying period. Okay, it's better than you were to say nothing at all and to end up in prison. What do you... I mean, bodyguards seem to operate on the same rank promotion system as the police in the first place. Two bullets were fired in total. We knew this because two shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. He's right. President were wearing that vest. Things could have been a lot worse. It wasn't just forward impact. Even when obstructed by a vest that protected serious damage. You have known guys who got broken bones that way. The president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Let's not get carried away here. I want to talk about its ballistic markings and analyze. Currently with unique pattern of runes on every bullet they fire. By examining these runes, you can use them to identify which guys. Think of them as fingerprints of a sort. Might be easier said than done. That bullet sword armor, the impact will completely flamed it. You'll be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find. You can hardly steal this photo at a public event today. But I'm snatching up a moment in time of every picture I take. I take it, snatch is your new favorite word? That's really of course. I'd like to tell you everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. You really are innocent, I'll prove it, one way or another. How many times must I tell you, I'm not your chief? And that's not what I meant. You really are hard work, you know that? Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself. If you've quite finished, I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted, but such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Okay, you do realize who you're talking to, don't you? Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies. Shame. What way exactly? I have high hopes for your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust, like a certain other client did. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. I have no choice but to do what he says for now. Alright, didn't mean to consult. Shall we? Tell me kids will tell you. The two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zhengfa. Yes, it is something of a shame. I only mean to point out that if guns were rarer, it would be much easier to trace them, which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. You could say that. He certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. That's quite enough investigating for now. If it's taking so long, Detective Gumshoe. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, have you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? And perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you to do so? Another witness? Most important witness of all. The man on the other side of that door. He really intends on requesting the president? No, if you'd be so kind as to summon him. Mr. Edgeworth? Stop validating the killer. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through your security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Well then, if nothing else, we now know what kind of man you really are. Come on, detective, where the blazes are you? The lights, what's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, I would advise you to stay very still. Service will not be granted to my audience for the president after all, even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir, Miss Edgeworth, sir. He must be knocked unconscious. Sir, are you okay? Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and she told us he'd blown the coop. We were too late, I'm sorry, sir. Probably gone over that door or something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. What about the cordon on your part? Got everyone back in to stake out the plane, including the guy stationed across the water. No, so he's completely slipped through our fingers a third time. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight? You're yeah, no thanks, man, murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this line on the ground next to me, Mr. Edgeworth. Calling card marked with seizure. Don't you want to leave a message? thinking about his parting words. I have seen enough, and now know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. All clear. All yes, sir. Over. What's going on? Now as the president. It's coming out. Now? Sir, he is the president of Zhang Farm, Mr. Dijun Wang. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. Your honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhang Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. Nothing, frankly, after last case. Thank you, sir, but all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You're too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer did get away. That's very kind of you to say. So he was watching the security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. Knight has apprised me of the state of affairs. From this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhang Fa's police force, the finest in the world. What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks in this Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have... Detective? Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I had to see how or why his case falls within Zhang Fa's jurisdiction. You fail to see? Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from the head of state? I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane. I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't be the end of the line, can it? Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. Why? Why let us come so far only to pull the case out from under us? Now you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my faithful servants, the effrontery, the villainy. Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deceptions and iniquity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no. 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness and no surrender. Why, you ask me, and I will tell you. He's hiding something. I'm certain of it. Now, when I'm near... Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Think Miles, remember, how many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has critical evidence always been laid at your feet? No. Yet you always got to the truth of the situation in the end. Now, let us analyze the state of play. Begone, puny prosecutor, or do you dare to fight the direct order of the president? He's not going to listen. He needs to drown out any objection by means of rhetorical force. And opponent is on the offensive. The best thing I can do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's the head of state. Seasoned politician, he won't open himself up to attack easily. Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile! Cease your instant jabbering. I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own and they are none of your concern. If you take me further, I need proof of some kind. I'm trying to attack for now. Please, did I give you permission to speak? No, 1,000 times no. I am the leader of Zheng Fa. I have no time for your insolent back chat. I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to a national police force? I do. Now enough of your pointless questions. Find time again? Good. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zheng Fa. You have no rights here. Maybe our current location establishes a commitment somehow. Keep that in mind. It could be useful clue. Are they related to our current location? In the course of our conversation, have you used certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President? For example, you seem particularly aggressive and discussed after the You smart aleck. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zheng Fa. From that, it's fair that the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Is that correct? Enough! Cease your objectionable whining. Are things getting too hot for you? If you have nothing else to say, then stop wasting my time and get out of my sight. Okay, good. Load. You can mention all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable the moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true, extraterritoriality implies your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you're powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here. Interesting, so the extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with all this. Let's dig a little deeper into a claim that the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? This next move will surely decide the victor. Maybe the president, but nobody is untouchable. Just have to find the right angle of attack. You believe that extraterritoriality applies here? But can you prove it? Do you even understand what you're asking? Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame, calling into question the good word of one such as yourself? I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your foolishness. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime. Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Zheng Fa. Surely you see that you're very playground. Nobody asks for your opinion. You need only a baby, nothing else. Fight time. You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead, you dare contradict me? On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt? Yes, I do. No, she's guilty, she's the culprit, there's nothing left to debate. Heroes could have fired from outside the plane, there is no viable suspect. Fascinating, so he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane. What could we have a clue? Nice 300 reference. You may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft. In this case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. Checkmate. I trust you won't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President. I hereby officially and unreservedly confirm my consider it a gesture of magnanimity and generosity for which my good office is known. Yes, for without noble acts such as these. Mr. Knight, if you would care to return the evidence. Then you will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you'd be so kind. What is it? Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself? Whoa, that's your next move. You're on the President to testify, you'll have to take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. He'll get his day in court soon enough. Whatever personal interest refuses to cooperate on the investigative stage of the process, they are obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. Stand down, Knight, and do as the prosecutor asks. Thank you for your cooperation. Now listen, and listen well. Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Suddenly, fucking Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang! Shot rang out, and the plain unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Look, was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Attention!
You say it was a plain red balloon that burst? Well, that's only beg to differ. Take a look at it. I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you? No! What? Who is that? Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. Would have hoped you might have anything. Especially if you're hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. So you see, the balloon that was... Nobody asked you, Kay. So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It was in fact the Steel Samurai. But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. And there they are, right on the security plan. They do look very plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons. Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Yes, Mr. President. Seems the Steel Samurai balloon was bought in the last minute, sir. Boy? That's what we were told. Guess I only recorded using the rest bodyguard stuff. Even though there's a little trouble on the side of it. Why the original balloon person? So they swapped it in as an emergency replacement? Yeah, one of the stallholders happened to have it. How can you get a lucky stallholder with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare? If they were just a bomb powder prepared to make it look like an overall ornamental balloon. So when it was a Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain red one with water. Is that long short of it? Knight, why was I not informed of this? Right, so we didn't think it was a pressing issue. Indeed, you saw it and you knew different, correct? Yes, I suppose so. Did you really mistaken Steel Samurai's pants for plain red balloons? Of course! Now remember, I could barely see the balloon. You couldn't see it? That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view. Is that so? Yes, there's 2 flags. They were being blown back towards me. That would have been a strong wind blowing right around the canyons and throwing up the blade flags into such a fashion. Well, that could in any way on some case. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It has? Yes, a contradiction that contains its entire case in its head. Unlike what you've seen, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. If the wind seems to be blowing flags as the president means, for certain evidence then takes a very different meaning.
Take that!
This is it. This piece of evidence is not.
Take that!
Earlier, we deduced that the bullets that struck the Steel Samurai balloon and the bullets that passed through the flag were one and the same. From these 2 things, we further deduced the trajectory that the bullets must have taken. And we concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the flags are blowing as the President describes, our conclusion becomes quite different. Yes, I know. We may not yet understand the reason why, but it can only have been one person who did it.
Take that!
The person who fired that shot was none other than me, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back to the Freedom Flag leads directly to the spot where you're standing. But the guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin? Seriously, Edward, start up with a laugh at me for this. The President Warren's bodyguard, with a piece of on board to protect you. I'll handle this, Knight. Sorry, sir. Mr. Edward, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. But the wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flag during this crucial moment.
Take that!
You approve of this picture right here. This should be good. What picture? Wow.
Take that!
There we have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting. That means that fellow over there did shoot a balloon. Mr. Knight is the assassin. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. It was premeditated. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president is on the other side of him entirely. Yes, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? Watch out, your answer, I might aim for something else. There was a point, I'm sure of it. I can figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. That fact alone changes everything about the case. Why did Knight's assigned position change? I told you, can't turn my neck to the right. Could only go to the president's right side. But is that the only reason? It was supposed that the plan hadn't changed, and that Knight had remained posted. Given that he was able to turn his head to the right, he would have been able to shoot the balloon closest to him. Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? That's right. The president was the one who ordered a change. I'm reading things right. The president knew in advance about the balloon shooting. The Indian must have formed knowledge would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. If that's true, and if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun by such heavy security? And why would anyone carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? I use the laser sight to give away the location in an instant. And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite the direct hit for his vest? These are the questions that Knight and the president didn't want us to consider. Is any one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun? Create the illusion of assassination attempt. Huh? You do understand what you're saying? I understand all too well. How dare you speak to me that way? Is this some sort of sick joke? I'm just cleaning out because I'm panting. Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. It's simply the truth, as revealed by a careful application of logic and reasoning. Nothing more. The shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting the balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again. Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit. So then what's the difference with one of the dead? I'm willing to bet that bullet was placed there long before a shooting even occurred. That's not true. I was shot, I tell you. We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at this bullet. At the very least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Explorer. But you said it yourself. You found the shooter in a photograph. The person's red hood. I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight. They made us kind of figure this is simply one part of their plan. In order to place suspicion elsewhere, they set about creating a fake assassin. I have yet to ascertain exactly how complicit Miss Lloyd was in the whole scheme. I can say with some confidence that none of his shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president. The task of turning the jacket inside out for a moment the crowd flew into panic, yes. Just making mistakes the red hooded shooter just made blink of an eye. Then, when the security plan were later found in a trash can, would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into the air. But then the case would have gone cold. Exactly what our friends here were hoping for. Indeed, the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the President himself. No, oh. The presidential mask is well and truly slipped. Admit it, the entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? Oh, if not stupid chief prosecutor hadn't insisted on assigning you. Oh, how could I let this happen?
Objection!
That's enough, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight? Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight. I'm protecting my king. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if he stuck to threatening each other words. He's a killer, so of course. Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. Alright, my moot question. You claim I fired my gun first. How do you figure I did that? In front of a crowd of thousands. An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to consider it. Certain something, eh? Nah, it was the specific.
Take that!
My Hitachi case. Yes, take a look at Kay's photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment the picture was taken, you will find the gun in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
You don't like to let the facts stand in the way of a good theory, do you? Then you don't seem to be noticed. Now guess what? That fear is all you have. Conjecture is nothing more. Flag would bear in the wind at precisely the right moment. I hid my gun in my Hitachi case. He changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation, circumstantial evidence, not that. Can't prove any of it. Yeah, at least had to bury that burst of balloon, you might have had a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet's at the bottom of the lake. You gotta go dredge it up. I hate to say it, but he's right. anything concrete. Oh no, maybe now you can just connect. Miss Lloyd? Of course, you can shed some light on the Cyrus situation. Just need to get this form. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? That's what happened. Mr. Lloyd? I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You're a journalist, after all, are you not? Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I think careful of my mouth. Yeah. What is it? You're stupid. I thought I told you. You squeal and you go down in the comments. What about the gun in the trash? Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to test the effect when this goes to trial. We'll go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. What's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathy is, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case as you intended, absolutely you could have kept your pawn prepared. Let me get this straight. You told Tabby, if you know something about a fake assassination plot, we'll have convicted you now. What a day! I said no such thing. President what? Give it up, Knight. Simon came clean. It's only choice. So, Mr. President, you admit it? You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt? I do. I'm sorry. But why? Why do something like that? My popularity has been on the one way back home. Or surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it. And the bullet in the rest? It was planned ahead of time. I wasn't here by intent. And then, what was up with the plan? Our plan got out somehow. And then he just appeared, hell-bent on carrying out a fake assassination in a real one. Hence the red flame curve disappears. I hope to get him close enough as a fake assassin to finish the job. There is one thing I don't understand though. Oh? And what would that be? Why did Rook have to die? The whole thing was fake. How did he wind up getting killed for real? Not true, and therein lies the real question. With a fine bodyguard, the best in fact. He may not have been a native of Zhengpa, but he was someone I could fully trust. Mr. Rook must have been some... Sounds like he was just worried that the president was aiming at you, huh? I believe that's for me to say detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then, correct? He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. Tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. Oh, this is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. What's so great about him anyway? Just know a piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more. Mr. Knight, how could you? It wasn't actually went wrong with your plan, huh, Mr. President? Well, that Pierce Cal backed down when you needed him to step up the most. I value your support too, of course, but... Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. Now that the spineless fifth Rook is gone, things will change out there. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. We're all well aware of your ambitions, Knight. But doesn't this seem a little imprudent to you? Why? My plan is now, but they always are, and they always will be. That's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was now a failure. Yeah, no thanks to you, and that befriended Rook. How exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? Beyond that, the killer would have never came after. Now I'm going to let you on this plane.
Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that.
I'm the guard out protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he wanted. Always wanted. Did he not protect the President? Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on, do I have to say everything twice? I planned the fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 3 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, it's rough. One of them was a bullet that shot right up the balloon. For the second, that wasn't me. Oh, really? And who did fire it? Real assassin, but not the killer. This plan was planned from the President or not. No, the most likely suspect here is the peace guy quietly in the corner. Miss Lloyd? But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. Gun in the trash can can only belong to you. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the President back on the plane. Left Rook here in this room while I secured the President back safely. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. This journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the President off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash. A single shot. 2 spent bullets. He means that his only concern was protecting the President. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Don't matter, still win. I keep the President safe, I win. Well, it's a bit too early to call it a little match in any case, but it's about battle really.
Objection!
So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon, and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook? Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. While what you propose would indeed match up with the total amount of shots fired, the gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. Now, why would you suppose the number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple, because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. Yes, and if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. I'm sure that Charles Anderson was thinking that the shooter had been in the spectator area. In order to do that, they had to make it seem that those shots had come from this one weapon. Now it's worth. There's some high-grade loot, but why don't you get to the point? You come this far, spit it out. I intend to, please for it. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was Dijun Wong.
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Oh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh?
Surely not. Surely you wouldn't have.
It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of his fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. So the President locked away in the safe room, and the door of the opening tightly closed. It was just you and Mr. Rook, alone together. And that was when the third bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
You really gonna claim there's a third one now? You just said only 2 gunshots were. Wanna tell me how that works? Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. They close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside. Not even gunfire. Very true. He may have heard this stuff himself. Well, Mr. President?
I didn't have anything.
You can observe this room through your security feed.
The camera in this room is I'm running the switch off and I see. Well, no, it is. Damn it, my facelift.
What's got me? Mr. President, this is vitally important.
Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. Yes, because I hate shotguns. Just the slice hint of that awful noise, and it's just too much.
Mr. Knight, you saw that Miss President Wang was cowering up beneath the bed. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank and the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Most notably, there's one broken. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook.
Wang? No, how could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly?
You think I killed the old halfwit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I get for my life on the line for you day after day.
I want to believe you, but...
No, because this gun isn't a murder weapon. You know there's some number of bullets fired.
That's pure speculation, pal, you know it.
Yeah, but can you prove that's not true? Not with any certainty, no. And nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. Single piece of evidence straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, are you waiting? Conclusive proof. Then you can prove a Knight's gun is a murder weapon. We had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from. No proof, no case. And the
Objection!
Hold it right now. What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof. Of course I do. This ought to be good. Alright, bring it on. Show me this proof. Not in my possession, because it isn't. However, it is anything. As we know, the bullet not killed Mr. Rook has been his body for the end of its journey. Now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was complete fabrication.
Take that!
There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yeah, prosecutor with some common sense. Take a look at the bank of security monitors. Oh! So you've caught on, Mr. President? Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around into the plane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. No other monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President?
There was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though.
It appears to be some vain attempt to remedy is obviously lacking, but where did it go and why? Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember?
I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. If it will make us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in your way. Well, yeah, I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else.
The search has been authorized, detective, if you don't mind.
So I found the monitor.
Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet.
Let's see if I put my hand in here and just... Come on, got it.
Well, would you look at that? Blood. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested. Straight from your heart. Alright, let's see what forensics has to say. Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed now the victim. Proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun. Probably if I'm going to hand all the evidence over to him. Now for the key part, the striations. And Ratch to Miss Lloyd is in the clear. Lastly, the striations on the bullet are a match for this weapon. What? How can that be? Well, ain't that something? Concludes the proof that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed in a corner, did you? Guess you misread the board. Because the only one backed in the corner was you. Switching the two weapons.
Hold it!
No.
Objection!
The gun.
Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this claim.
Indeed, he has ample opportunity. There's no doubt that this gun is a weapon that is in the crime.
Take that!
Gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. This has to be it.
Objection!
Admitted, you switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was yours all along. I'm sure you can move there, Edgeworth, and... You must have made this switch when I handed over the evidence, while I was busy trying to make the case for me in the investigation. You took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can and put it on your own. And, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me to the one we found. I did, huh? You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet sometime in the future? Not so strange. You're a chess player, after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered for much of that pain to admit it. You overestimated my bit. Besides, you haven't any proof I made the switch. You say I'm overestimating your abilities? You surprise me. Well, I didn't see a chessboard here, do you? A coincidence, you say? Was a necessity. Sure again, the bodyguards need to protect the president. The girl needed to use a gun, but she probably doesn't know a whole lot about him. It's not so far-fetched for her to pick something she's heard of that we all happen to use. It's probably something to do with,
Can you stop questioning my men, please?
Quiet back now, Mr. President.
Hold it!
Oh, could you smoke this one now? Shut up, Edgeworth. Where's your evidence? Well...
Hold it!
I've been meaning to ask, actually. What about your own weapon? You spent bullets on this. This old gal here? Well now. I'll let loose a few rounds early as you saw. He loads his gun every time he fires it. But even if I were to tell you how many there were at a time, you'd have no way of verifying it. Of course, no, it's just all the guns properly, you'd have to maintain a large number of bullets per gun. Alright, I think it's about time you did the right thing, Zod, don't you? Game's all but done, see?
Hold it! Objection! Objection! Objection!
Oh, of course, I was going south. I have your proof, right here. That's your proof. Think you've been working all Edgeworth. Not the gun itself, the evidence is hands.
Objection!
My prince? Yeah, of course my prince on the gun. You handed it around to me when you gave up the evidence.
Objection!
The holster. I was gonna be new chief security. That blasted Rook being anything for him. Alexa. Detective coming through. By the way, sir. I'm afraid this is part of the go for today. Next music player will be in the courtroom. After getting my body reconstructed, I'm back. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed the murderer in the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that. It's only very presidential again now we're back outside the plane. I saw it, you know, when I first proposed the fake assassination of him. Yeah, me then, lady of Rook. Rook refused, but I come around you, can't I? The hatred in his eyes was plain to see, despite for Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward tonight and charged my little deception. Looking back, I think he just sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision in Rook's life. Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't thought it to fake an attempt on your life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you'll have to live with. You're right. I can only apologize for part I caused. I'll no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another, but I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that I shall be eternally grateful. I'll be here in your country for a little while longer, but when I have returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Zhengfa. You'll always be welcome. I still need to pay the plastic surgeon for completely reconstructing my body after the arrest. So I might be able. Mr. Floyd. The accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. He certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment.
Take that!
Oh, yeah, the killer.